Alright, here we go. So we are going to be reviewing today the SolarEdge X doodle-glow LED board. What I like about this one is it does come with the whole kit. So as you can see, the box is really nice too. I mean, that's a good to go box right out of the gate to send to somebody's house as a gift. You can see here I'm pulling out the 7 different markers. Looks like orange, pink, yellow, green, blue, purple, and red. Also includes these gloves, which I'm not super sure what you'd use these for. Maybe to keep your hands clean when you're wiping this board down. Kind of a nice touch. I got a medium-sized hand, fits me just fine. I could go a little smaller, a little bigger. And this kit here is kind of all the accessories that, advertised the others don't come with. So here we have our little spray bottle, super cute. Pulling out the cloth and what I think to be self-adhesive stickers, kind of a low profile, low visibility. I haven't tested those out, but this towel, I'll talk about that in a minute. Towards the end of the video here, we'll get to cleaning, but let's keep unboxing this thing. We've got the hook for the metal chain. That metal chain will grab right around the top there. You can hang it from whatever. It's a adhesive hook. And we've got the feet as well that I just pulled out. We have our charging block, which is nice that it comes with, because a lot of items these days are not coming with that, which just adds to the expense, and these things aren't that expensive in the first place. So if you got to buy something else, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Another cool thing about this box is it does come with a built-in card too. So if you are gifting this to somebody or sending it to your grandkid or whomever, you got a little card, you can have mom or dad open it up and write a little message in there for them, and it's kind of already wrapped up as a gift. So super fun, super cool. Love that idea. Really sets it apart from the rest if they're not doing that. We have kind of a cellophane wrap on that, and it tells you to wipe it before the first use, which we went ahead and did. I'm going to slide the feet on here. You can see there's a little bit of play. Not super hard to figure out though. They one of the advertisements says, low profile feet, low visibility, and I'd somewhat agree with that. There's definitely some on the market that are even a little bit lower profile than that. But overall, I think I'm pretty happy with them. I think it's probably a little more stable than some of the other designs I've seen. Like I said, there's a little play there. Nothing to bother me too much, though. I mean, this thing for, 25 bucks, you're really not going to find anything else that's really going to be beating it for that price. I mean, when you look out there, there's a ton of options for these things. A lot more, or a little bit more expensive, but we're pretty happy with this. So right here, we're gonna do a little test with some of the different colors. We're gonna try out all the different markers here, and right now there's a few different modes. So we're gonna go with for the display. We're gonna go with the. Let me double check that before I get it wrong. I believe that's the jump mode is what they call that one, and we'll go over how you go through the modes. It's pretty easy. The directions on this thing they're not giant, so it's nothing super complicated. You don't have to read this enormous thing to make sure you don't miss anything. And yeah, this thing, I gotta say, in person, writing with this thing, it's almost like you have magic at your fingertips. I mean, just making that streak is just so cool, so fun. I mean, our kid played it with our supervision, and man, she didn't want to let it go. And now we're going to go through some of these modes here. So right now we're in the static mode. So we're just clicking through. You can choose all the colors. And once you get to that last color, white, you click it one more time, and then it enters jump mode, which is what it's doing now. Click it one more time, it goes to the color mixing mode. You can see it's kind of a fade. and you hit it that last time and it goes to the color breathing patterns. And there you can see that we can change the speed on all three of them. You can change the speed of how quick they jump or breathe or mix. One thing we didn't do for this video is we did not change the brightness, which you can do. So here we go. We just sprayed some water with the little spray bottle there, and we're using the included wipe that it came with. And you can see this thing just, honestly, it's nice that they included it, but just kind of smears it around. I think, this was just a yellow microfiber cloth we had laying around, and it performs a lot better. So anyways, I got no problem with that little microfiber that it comes with. If it came with it, great. But I would definitely say that the only issue with this thing is at the end there, you could see it left some marks, even when you do your damnedest to really clean it up and put some effort. There's always going to be a little bit of marks there. So that would be the only gripe I have with this product. I don't know if any of them are different than that, but overall, pretty happy.